A 32-year-old just sold his business for $4.7 million. You've never heard of him. He's not on Instagram. He doesn't have a podcast. His business? He owns the parking lot behind a Walmart in Oklahoma City. That's it, asphalt and painted lines. While your entire LinkedIn feed is celebrating funding rounds and product launches, this man spent 8 years collecting $12 per car per day and just retired. Here's what nobody tells you. The difference between looking successful and being wealthy is about $4.7 million, and it usually involves something so boring that your brain refuses to pay attention to it. Stay with me, because in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you 6 businesses that sound like punishment, but generate more millionaires than Silicon Valley. And by the end, you're going to feel very different about that exciting startup job offer. Let me show you something strange. In 2023, the median startup founder made $78,000 a year. They worked 62 hours a week. Most of their net worth was locked in equity they couldn't touch, paper money. That same year, the average self-storage facility owner cleared $340,000 in actual profit. Cash, take it to the bank, buy a house with it. One of them is on Twitter talking about growth mindset. The other one is on a beach in Costa Rica. Now, I'm not saying startups are bad. I'm saying we've been hypnotized into thinking they're the only path, that if you're not disrupting something, you're not building anything real. But there's a completely different game being played, with different rules, different players, and wildly different outcomes. And the people winning that game stay quiet on purpose.
So let's rewind. Somewhere in the last 15 years, we started confusing entrepreneurship with innovation. We started believing that real business owners write code, pitch investors, and scale exponentially. Everything else? That's just a job with extra steps. But here's the data that breaks that story. According to the 2024 Wealth Report by Henley & Partners, 89% of American millionaires built their wealth in industries that existed before the internet. Not tech, not apps, not crypto, plumbing, waste management, coin laundries, HVAC. Industries so boring that most people would rather stay broke than touch them. And that's the entire opportunity. Because while everyone's building the next Uber for dog walking, there are invisible businesses generating 7 figures a year with no employees, no meetings, and no Slack channels. The catch? You have to be willing to own something that doesn't photograph well. Let me show you what I mean.
Business number 1.
Picture this: a beige metal building on the side of a highway in Tennessee. Looks like a prison designed by someone who gave up. Inside, 287 small rooms filled with people's regrets, old furniture, Christmas decorations, boxes from a marriage that didn't work out. And every single one of those rooms generates $120 a month. That's $34,440 every month from a building that requires less maintenance than a McDonald's. This is self-storage, and it's one of the most profitable business models in America. Here's why it's broken in your favor. Once you build it, your costs almost never go up. No inventory, no shipping, no customer acquisition. People find you on Google, they rent a unit, they forget about it for 2 years. The industry average for self-storage margins is 67%. You know what Apple's margin is? 43%. A storage unit in Tucson is more profitable than an iPad. But here's the part that should make you uncomfortable. Demand spikes during bad times, divorces, deaths, downsizing, evictions. When the economy crashes, people need cheap places to put their stuff. Self-storage is recession-proof because it profits from life falling apart. Let me give you a real example. A woman named Jennifer bought a struggling storage facility outside Atlanta in 2018. Purchase price, $1.4 million. She put down $210,000, got an SBA loan for the rest. The facility had 62% occupancy, badly managed, no online presence. She rebranded it, added keyless entry, raised prices by $15 per unit. Within 3 years, she hit 89% occupancy. Cash flow, $47,000 a month. In 2023, she sold it for $3.8 million. Jennifer's background? She was a middle school teacher. No MBA, no tech experience, just boring, profitable boxes.
Quick thing. If these numbers are making you rethink everything you thought you knew about building wealth, you need to subscribe to Signal Mark Capital right now. We break down the businesses and investments that actually print money while everyone else is chasing hype. Hit that subscribe button. You'll thank yourself later.
Business number 2, laundromats. Let's talk about washing machines. There's a man in Tampa, drives a 2018 Honda Civic, wears the same 3 outfits. You'd walk past him at Target and never look twice. He owns 4 laundromats. Last year, he cleared $890,000 in profit. And here's the beautiful part. He works 4 hours a week. Laundromats are strange. The customer does all the work. They bring detergent. They load the machines. They fold their own clothes. You literally just own the equipment and collect money. No employees if you don't want them. No inventory beyond quarters. No invoicing. No payment terms. No chasing people for money. It's a vending machine for clean clothes. Let me break down the actual math. A mid-sized laundromat has about 35 washers and 28 dryers. Average wash cycle, $4.50. Average dry cycle, $2.25. Most people do at least 2 loads. That's about $13.50 per visit. If you get 70 people on a weekday and 140 on weekends, you're looking at $28,000 a month in revenue. Now subtract. Rent is maybe $4,500. Utilities run around $3,200. Maintenance and repairs, another $2,000. You're clearing about $18,300 per month. Per location. The Tampa guy, he bought his first one in 2016 for $190,000, used an SBA loan, put down $28,500. That laundromat paid for itself in 34 months. Then he bought another one, then 2 more. He's not on podcasts, he doesn't have a personal brand. He just quietly collects quarters while everyone else is trying to raise a seed round. And here's what makes this perfect. The customer base is recession-proof. Poor people don't stop washing their clothes when the economy tanks. If anything, more people use laundromats because they're cutting costs and can't afford their own machines. This business grows when times get bad. Business number 3, vending machines. This one sounds like a scam until you run the numbers. Vending machines in the US generate $8.1 billion a year. Most of that money goes to people you've never heard of, people with routes. Here's the playbook. You buy machines, negotiate placements in gyms, offices, apartment lobbies, hospitals. You stock them twice a week, collect cash or card payments, move on. A single machine in a decent location does $350 to $550 a month in sales. Your cost of goods sold is about 30% if you're buying in bulk from Sam's Club or Costco. So on a $450 machine, you're grossing $315. Subtract $50 for location rent, another $35 for gas and restocking time. You clear about $230 per month per machine. 10 machines, $2,300 a month. 40 machines, $9,200 a month. The startup cost for one commercial machine is around $2,800 used. You break even in about a year if the location is solid. Now here's why this works. Nobody wants to do it. It's manual. It's boring. You're loading Cheetos into a metal box at 6 a.m. in an office building in Scottsdale. There's no Instagram content here, no founder story, no demo day, and that's exactly the filter. That's why it's profitable. There's a guy in Houston who started with 3 machines in 2020. He kept his corporate job, restocked on weekends, built relationships with property managers. Now he runs 83 machines across the city. He quit his job last year. He makes $18,000 a month, works 12 hours a week, and he's never written a business plan. Okay, let's pause here, because I know what you're thinking. This doesn't feel like entrepreneurship. It feels like work, manual work, unglamorous work. And you're right, but that's the entire point. The businesses that make you wealthy aren't the ones that sound cool at a dinner party. They're the ones nobody else wants to run. While everyone's obsessed with leverage and scale and passive income, there's a group of people getting very rich doing things that require showing up. Let me show you how dark this can get. Business number 4, mobile home parks. This is the business nobody wants to admit makes money. Mobile home parks. Here's how it works. You don't own the homes. You own the land. Residents own their trailers, but they pay you $500 to $750 a month to park on your lot. You provide water, sewer, trash pickup, and gravel. That's it. You're not maintaining interiors. You're not fixing appliances. You're not renovating units. If something breaks inside the home, that's their problem. And here's the leverage. Moving a mobile home costs between $6,000 and $12,000, so people don't leave. The average turnover rate in a mobile home park is under 8% per year. Compare that to apartment buildings, where turnover is 40% to 50% annually. You've built a customer base that can't afford to leave. Let's run the numbers. A park with 85 lots at $600 per month generates $51,000 a month. Operating expenses, about 30%. You're clearing $35,700 per month. That's $428,400 per year. Warren Buffett knows this. Berkshire Hathaway owns Clayton Homes and controls nearly 12% of all manufactured housing communities in America. Why? Because it's a toll booth on people with no options. I'm not saying that to be cruel. I'm saying it because it's true. The residents of mobile home parks can't get traditional mortgages. They can't afford single-family homes. They're stuck. And the park owner collects month after month with almost no overhead. A man in Idaho bought a struggling park in 2011 for $680,000. 72 lots. Raised rent slowly. Improved lighting and roads. Nothing fancy. He sold it in 2022 for $4.2 million. There's no venture capital in trailer parks, but there are a lot of quiet millionaires. Business number 5, HVAC companies. Let's talk about air conditioning. It's July in Phoenix. It's 109 degrees. Your AC dies. You call someone. They show up in 4 hours. They tell you the compressor is fried. That'll be $1,400. You don't negotiate. You don't get 3 quotes. You're dying. You just pay. That's the entire business model. HVAC is an essential service with high margins, recurring revenue, and almost zero competition from tech disruptors. Nobody's building the Uber of air conditioning. The average service call costs between $350 and $1,100. Depending on the repair. The parts might cost $140. Labor is 90 minutes. The rest is margin. But here's the real trick: maintenance contracts. You sell a homeowner a $220 annual plan. You come out twice a year, check the system, replace a filter. Takes 15 minutes. Costs you $25 in labor and materials. You just made $195. And when their AC inevitably breaks, guess who they call first? An HVAC company in Fort Worth runs 1,600 maintenance contracts. That's $352,000 a year in guaranteed revenue before they fixed a single breakdown. Add in emergency calls, new installs, and commercial contracts, and they're doing $4.1 million in annual revenue. The owner started as a technician in 2009, saved up $18,000, bought a used truck and some tools, got licensed, hired 1 guy, then 3, then 12. Last year, he sold the company to a private equity firm rolling up HVAC businesses. Sale price, $6.4 million. He's 51. He's retired. No TechCrunch write-up, no viral growth, just thermostats and ductwork.
If you're starting to see the pattern here, make sure you're subscribed to Signal Capital. Every week we break down real businesses, real numbers, and real wealth strategies that nobody's talking about. Drop a like on this video if it's changing how you think about money. Let's keep going.
Business number 6, parking lots. Let's end with the simplest business on this list. You own a flat piece of asphalt. People pay you to leave their cars on it. That's the whole thing. A parking lot in downtown Austin has 50 spaces, charges $22 a day for all-day parking. It's full Monday through Friday. That's $1,100 a day, $22,000 a month, over $250,000 a year. Expenses, property tax is maybe $3,200 a month, insurance $450, maintenance $600. You're clearing $18,000 a month from pavement. No staff, no inventory, no customer service, just a gate, a kiosk, and a camera. There's a guy in Denver who bought a lot near the convention center in 2010 for $580,000. On event days, he charges $40 per car, fits 38 vehicles. Big events happen about 90 days a year. That's $136,800 just from events. Add in daily commuter parking and long-term monthly spots, and the lot does over $290,000 a year. He paid off the loan in 2018. Now it's just pure profit forever. No innovation, no disruption, just cars on concrete. So here's what I want you to sit with. While everyone has been obsessing over CAC, LTV, product market fit, and growth hacking, there's been an entire shadow economy of boring businesses silently creating more millionaires than the last decade of venture capital combined. These businesses don't scale like software. They won't make you a billionaire, They'll never trend on Twitter, but they do something better. They generate cash, real money, the kind you can spend. And the people running them aren't interested in being famous. They're interested in being free. Different goal, different game.
So ask yourself, do you actually want to be wealthy? Or do you just want to look like a founder? Because if it's the first one, the answer might be sitting in a strip mall in Tulsa, next to a laundromat, across from a storage facility, making someone $80,000 a month while you're still optimizing your pitch deck. The man in Tampa with 4 laundromats doesn't care if you believe him. He's already rich, and he's counting on you staying distracted. Look, most people will watch this video and do nothing. They'll go back to scrolling LinkedIn and dreaming about raising a Series A. But if you're different, if you actually want to understand how real wealth gets built, subscribe to Signal Capital right now. Turn on notifications. We're breaking down the boring businesses that make millions every single week. The next video might be the one that changes everything for you. Don't miss it.